Ken Harjunanto, and this is my teammate Felix Pratamasan, and this is Darmawan. We are from ECO.ID team, and we are from Indonesia. We are taking this part in this hackathon because we are interested in global issue, especially in this section on carbon emission. And we are also interested in the theme of hackathon is the new post-era COVID-19, and we think this is related to the problem we want to make, because in our opinion, the issue of carbon emission has a huge impact on environment and shared industry in the future. That's why we joined this hackathon to help in solving this global problem.
We are using ECO.ID API in Appetizer Hackathon 2022 to help us build our system. ECO.ID is an API that helps us to calculate direct and indirect greenhouse gas emissions. The ECO.ID API plays an important role in our system because we can get emissions data such as carbon price, emission factor, and so on from that API. And we can also calculate emission from the API, which is our main focus in the system that we make is to calculate carbon emission. ECO.ID API not only calculates CO2 emission but also CH4, N2O, total energy consumption, and also total CO2 AQ that help us to know how much that CO2 impact the climate. And not only calculate carbon emission, ECO.ID provide another services like get emission factor that queries emission factors, which are coefficients of pollution generated per amount of activity, and get activity type that queries emission activity types.
This API moves to create healthy environmental conditions and eradicate the many environmental pollutants such as carbon dioxide, nitrogen originating from factory waste. According to the experience of our team, we use this API to build a system where this system can be used by Indonesian industries to create a healthy and safe work environment, reducing operational costs by calculating the use of the emission itself, and the most important thing is to make the future better. The system that we created at this hackathon is to get Indonesian industries to register on our system, then use our system with the aim of calculating the use of emissions in that industry. The emission calculation and calculation themselves come from the API provided by these hackathons, namely ECO.ID. With this API ECO.ID, it is very helpful in building the system we want, because this API is able to calculate emissions from a company professionally and reliably. So it is hoped that the system will have a high level of user trust.
From the experience we had while participating in this hackathon, this marketplace API gives participants a lot of choice, starting from the ECO.ID, as scrapers, TapPay, and many more. This company provides many opportunities for teams to use a maximum of 2 different API options to build our dream project. Not only that, they provide quality APIs and very useful for building projects on hackathons. Its use is also not difficult for lay people who do not understand the use of the API itself. For developers who want to create a product with their partners, it is recommended to take the part in these hackathons, because these hackathons provide various types of marketplace API that can be used to build the dream project that has been planned a long time ago. I hope that next year other prospective team can come up with more brilliant ideas and make a brilliant use of the provided API marketplace.
API Marketplace in Appetizer Hackathon 2022 provide a lot of APIs that we can use. It is very useful for us because we can find API that relevant with our system and that can help us to tackle our problems. We also can have one-on-one mentoring with mentor or expertise in API that we use. The mentor gave us a lot of perspective and knowledge about how to use the API, what is inside the API, give us feedback about our project, and also answer all of the questions that we had before. API Marketplace in Appetizer Hackathon 2022 each have specific unique value, therefore developer can find and use API that's suitable with the problem and can be used by developer to help them to build application or system very easy. And all of the APIs in API Marketplace Appetizer is very easy to use because they have their own documentation to help developer understand about the API.
This hackathon has helped us to gain a lot of knowledge and experience. So this hackathon is highly recommended for developer to get experience. Last but not least, from the ECO.ID team, we will say thank you to the Appetizer hackathon for giving us the opportunity to take part in this very valuable hackathon. Thank you.